Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned in. Philanthropist Dr. Venus Cherry has indicated that the charity football games that were hosted on August 15th were a huge success. Cherry says whilst there was no original end goal, they were able to raise over $12,000, which will go towards the sponsoring of the less fortunate students in and around the Gros Islet Basin who were successful at the 2020 Common Entrance examinations. He also indicated that while he may be trying to support the children of his hometown, he has not given up on the laptop drive, and he is involved in many other little projects in order to provide help to students all across the country.
On Saturday, scores of St. Lucians came out to the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds to show support to a charity football match organized by local philanthropist Dr. Venus Cherry and Rise Safe Spaces St. Lucia to help provide students from in and around the Gros Islet Basin who successfully completed the 2020 Common Entrance examination and will be advancing to a secondary school. Cherry explained to Hot 7 that the turnout by the public was overwhelming and the initiative was able to raise over $12,000.
We didn't have a specific goal in mind, but we did raise a lot of funds. We did raise a little over $13,000. So, I mean, that's great talking if you think about the economic climate and what's really going on. So, I've been in contact with the principal of the Gros Islet Primary School, the principal of the Moshi Combined, and the principal of the Grand Riviere Combined School, so we can get together, go through the list of students to see that, pick out the vulnerable ones, those that are in need, so we can go ahead and start providing the books and the uniforms.
He explained that as a result of the football game, many other institutions have come on board to show support and provide aid to the students.
A lot have come out of that as a result of putting the event together and seeking sponsors. Sponsors did come on board. Digicel, although they didn't provide anything specifically for the event, they did ask that I provide them a list of names from the students, and we provided them 10 names, and out of that, 4 of them are going to receive scholarships for 5 years. As long as they keep a 60% grade average, those 4 students, will receive, have received a 5-year scholarship from Digicel. So thanks to Digicel for that.
Cherry says it was heartening to see that everyone who showed up took the event seriously and did not see it as just a fundraiser.
We say in St. Lucia, Kudme is not done. Kudme is not dead in St. Lucia. It was definitely a Kudme event. So I want to thank everyone. People didn't take it as a charity event. Like, people really had scores to settle, especially between Northern United Veterans and Seaview. Fortunately, Seaview lost, but we did well. We did well. We came out and we fought, and we think we got what it takes to have a rematch very soon. So it was amazing. It was amazing. So many sponsors.
So is another football match on the horizon? Cherry says not so soon, but he has taken on other projects which will benefit students across the island. He has been collecting textbooks and distributing them to parents who request them. He also indicated that the tablet drive has not stopped and he will continue looking for sponsors to reach the goal of supplying as many children around the island with an electronic device. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
Pan American Health Organization Director Dr. Carissa Etienne says nearly all member countries have expressed an interest in joining the World Health Organization COVID-19 Vaccine Global Access Facility. Dr. Etienne notes this is expected to go a far way in ensuring equitable and affordable access by countries including St. Lucia to COVID-19 vaccines through collaboration with Powerhouse Revolving Fund when these become available.
The COVAX facility is designed to accelerate equitable access by countries globally to appropriate and safe vaccines. Speaking during the Pan American Health Organization's COVID-19 digital press briefing on August 18th, PAHO Director Dr. Carissa Etienne said the immediate objective of arrangements with the COVAX facility is to ensure around 2 billion doses to be made available for member states until the end of 2021. This, she noted, will allow each country to access a volume of vaccines equal to at least 20% of their entire population.
Almost all countries in the Americas have already expressed their interest to join the COVAX facility. The immediate objective of the COVAX facility is to have agreements with vaccine producers to secure around 2 billion doses until the end of 2021. And this will allow each country to access a volume of vaccine that corresponds to 20% of its population. And they would use those to vaccine health and social workers, adults over 65 years of age, and other adults with chronic conditions, which are the most vulnerable groups to develop the severe form of COVID-19.
She reiterated that all vaccines available through the facility or the revolving fund will be pre-qualified by the World Health Organization to ensure that they are safe and effective.
All vaccines that are available through COVAX facility will be pre-qualified by WHO to ensure that they are safe and effective. So PAHO is participating in the COVAX facility through our revolving fund for vaccines. This is a proven mechanism that has been used for over 40 years. So we have 40 years of experience on the international purchase and deployment of vaccines to national immunization programs of our member states. So our participation is reinforcing the principles of solidarity, affordable price, and equitable access, which are founding principles for the revolving fund.
Dr. Etienne said based on the economic criteria, 10 regional countries are eligible to receive financial support from the COVAX facility to access vaccine via donation. These are Bolivia, Dominica, El Salvador, Grenada, Guyana, Haiti, Honduras, Nicaragua, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Lucia. The PAHO director informed that in the case of other countries, the facility will reduce the risk posed by bilateral agreements with specific companies.
For the other countries in this region, COVAX facility will reduce the risks that is posed by bilateral agreements with specific companies, because we will have a basket that already has more than 10 manufacturers that are engaged in the process.
Dr. Etienne said that PAHO is extremely excited by the speed and diversity of vaccination development thus far. Over 150 vaccines are currently in development, with 8 of them already in phase 3 of clinical trials. Jacques Wooding, Hot 7 News.
The National Youth Council is urging students to capitalize on the variety of scholarships currently targeted at St. Lucian youth, noting the financial strain placed on many households following mass unemployment. NYC spokesperson Ajani Labon believes that scholarships would greatly alleviate the financial burdens associated with education.
In light of the economic challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, the St. Lucia National Youth Council is urging young people who are interested in advancing their academic careers to apply for the scholarships made available for St. Lucia nationals. We spoke with NYC spokesperson Ajani Labon on the details on these opportunities.
Since we understand that the opportunities for financial assistance, direct financial assistance are very limited, we want to encourage students to apply for the relevant scholarships which are available within St. Lucia and abroad. We know currently the government is or has rolled out its direct grant support program, which will seek to provide at least some bursaries to parents who have students commencing the academic year. In addition to that, there are other private sector initiatives. If I understand, Digicel may be embarking on a venture, and other members of the business community are doing so. So parents and students are encouraged to keep an eye out for that.
Labon went on to air the concerns of the NYC for the future of education. He says it is rather worrying that projections depict a school environment in which a large group of students will be without the necessary materials.
What we've seen in the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic is that it has created a great level of uncertainty for parents, for students, the entire business community, and the citizens of this country. We anticipate that moving into this academic year, many students unfortunately may not be equipped to begin this academic year due to the financial strain on parents. And we also anticipate that for the parents, it may mean that private sector, civil society, and government will have to continue to contribute and make the necessary contributions to at least buffer the economic effects on those parents.
The Pledge for a Child program, coordinated by the National Youth Council, aims to provide assistance to St. Lucian students whose access to education has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. According to NYC Public Relations Officer Edison Lane, an estimated $150,000 EC will be used to purchase school supplies and cover tuition fees for a cohort of students entering the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College.
The St. Lucia National Youth Council has ventured into a very specific approach towards helping young people in this time. And this time is uncertain due to the tremendous pressure globally, as well as the economic pressure which every single country has been put under. And for that reason, we have turned to curate an approach which would seek to benefit a wide spread of our population in a way that we think is very important within one of our key structures, our key pillars, which is education. So this project, this upcoming program, is called Pledge for a Child, and it's taking place this month.
On Sunday, August 16, 2020, the Pledge for a Child telethon will go live from the NTN studios. The one-time program will feature performances from local artists and appearances from popular personalities, all in an effort to garner the support of public and private sector stakeholders. Lane says all proceeds from the telethon will contribute directly to the aim of the scholarship program. Jacques Wooding, Hot 7 News.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness continues to receive donations from various organizations to assist frontline workers in the fight against COVID-19. More in this report from Fennel Neptune.
The Ministry of Health recently received the donation of personal protective equipment, PPEs, and medical supplies from the Coca-Cola Foundation through the St. Lucia Red Cross. President of the St. Lucia Red Cross, Hubert Pierce, says, as part of its mandate, his organization felt it was necessary to assist in St. Lucia's response to COVID-19 and hence the need to source support from outside agencies.
The Coca-Cola Foundation did make some money available to us so that we could purchase some things or a few materials in the fight against COVID. And today, I am extremely happy that through the efforts of the Coca-Cola Foundation and that of the Red Cross, we will be giving to the Ministry of Health 30 gallons of hand sanitizer, 200 gallons of bleach, 1,000 face masks, and 15,000 gloves to enable them in the fight against the COVID.
Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Glensford Joseph, expressed gratitude to the St. Lucia Red Cross for the efforts in providing supplies which will assist St. Lucia's response and management of COVID-19.
The St. Lucia Red Cross saw it fit to contribute again to this COVID-19 response through the donation of personal protective equipment that are going to be very vital to ensure our frontline workers are able to face the continuous and evolving threat of COVID-19. Moreover, as pointed out, we need a very clean environment in which we conduct our activities. And with this, the cleaning agent provided by the St. Lucia Red Cross is going to go a very long way in ensuring that our cleaners are able to provide us with the environment in which we can conduct our business of managing COVID-19.
The Ministry of Health received the donation of hand sanitizers, face masks, gloves, and bleach. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fennel Neptune.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. When we come back, we have the sports highlights and the latest weather update.